Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Agent Vincent, and it's been a minute since we streamed. We streamed like 11 days ago. Sorry, work has been not crazy, just been doing a lot more other things, kind of getting a couple other things lined up and whatnot. So my schedule's been kind of a little bit strange, and this April's going to kind of be also a little bit weird at first. So there's not really going to be like a very typical, consistent stream schedule going on here. But I hope everyone's having a great time. We're going to be doing Stellar Blade today, the demo for it, and I've already done a run through of it. I was checking it out, figured that like, okay, yeah, I could probably stream this. And yeah, we're streaming it on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Peeps, think I fixed the audio to where one of my moderators, Noob Guru, pointed out that the last stream there was a lot of buzzing that was going on, and I'm pretty sure that was from the line in that I had on my DualSense. So I'm hoping that audio is fixed now. I have just a direct line in from the Elgato 4KX capture card, and so I'm hoping that is a little bit equaled out now, and I hope everything else is across the board. Should be the same sort of audio presentation. It might actually be a little bit crisper because it's not the 3D audio, because I was enjoying that, but it is what it is. But yeah, the focus today is going to be Stellar Blade demo. We're going to do the optional boss probably a couple times, actually. It's not going to be a super long stream today, I don't think. We'll see what happens. There's apparently a big weather storm coming my way, so it's also kind of just trying to get this kind of done in the morning, afternoon, I guess, really here. Kind of get back into rotation here a little bit, but also not going to worry about streaming tonight because, you know, God forbid power or anything like that happens. So yep, we're on regular YouTube, vertical YouTube, regular Twitch, and on TikTok. So, you know, hit the heart buttons, like buttons, thumbs up buttons, whatever they are on your respective platform. If you're following me, or whether you're at Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube, hit that subscribe button, follow button. Again, the equivalent of what that is, and you know, check out other stuff on the channel. YouTube's the main place for all the content. It's where all the archives are and everything like that. And yeah, we'll just kind of get into it here a little bit, and yeah, it should be a good time. I enjoyed the Stellar Blade demo. It just to kind of get some initial impressions out of the way before we kind of get into this here. I was kind of immediately taken aback a little bit by like how stiff the combat felt when I first played it, and as I got into it, more and more clicked. So it's definitely something that if you haven't tried yet, I will let you know that like it's gonna feel a little weird and a little clunky when you first start off, and it's gonna kind of almost seem counterintuitive on that. Because the game definitely is going for a Sekiro near Devil May Cry type hybrid. And honestly, the best case I can actually say that would actually probably be the one game that I would say, sorry, that I would equate this more to would actually probably be more Metal Gear Rising, is actually the game I would kind of more a little bit equate that to. It's kind of got more of that jazz with it, but it's got focuses more on parrying like Sekiro does, and the dodge is not nearly as, it's not as much of a utility as it is in like a lot of other Souls games. So it can throw people off if you're kind of coming in here thinking that you're gonna play like an Elden Ring type experience or a Sekiro type experience. You're not getting that, you're getting an element of it. And the game has a really weird blend of that, which can be off-putting for a lot of people. So I'm gonna kind of shut up a little bit here. Let's just get into it now. And we'll kind of go from there. And it looks like the YouTube subscriber widget has broken. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to see if I can actually fix that right before we get into this here. I accept that. It's fine. Goals, goal, subscription goal progress. I don't know. I think the goal thing, I could probably just refresh it here. What am I doing? Throne. Sub goal. Let me just refresh that real quick. If I can actually find buttons here. God, you don't stream for a little bit and you forget how everything freaking works, right? Refresh cache. There we go. We got that. All right. So before we get into this too, I will say I do think it's actually kind of cool what they did with some of the accessibility and game settings here. You have the ability to kind of switch the hints around. So if you want hints off, you can. If you want them to give you, like, have a long time before they give you a hint, you can do that. It's kind of whatever. You have tutorials, you can show records, so if like you pick something up, you can instantly see it. Controls, you do have some ability to kind of change some stuff up here if you need to. Sound, typical sound stuff here. You do have HDR, and honestly, one of the things I was really impressed with is that the balanced mode for this game is actually relatively really good. You're getting a almost 1440p image, I think, and if you're doing pixel countings, whatever. But out of all the games that have been recently coming out, it's kind of crazy to have a balanced game mode to where I have great frame rates that VRR kind of smooths out. On top of it, actually, like the resolution actually looking good and not being like a dramatic upscale from like 720p or, you know, even like, you know, sometimes even lower, like a lot of games that we've been seeing. So it's actually been kind of nice to see. I will recommend turning down some of these things here. This camera shake especially is default to 10 and it is way too much. It is way too much there. So I would recommend switching that off. You do have subtitle options here to where you can change some stuff here. If you have the demo here, you can change it to actually a lot of text. They actually have a lot of text language support, which is actually really, really cool to see. I don't really get too much into the accessibility aspect of this, but it is actually kind of cool to see that you do have the ability to kind of have other languages play here a little bit. And you have like some stuff here, you can do that. I've changed that. Then you have an entire accessibility thing, which is I honestly feel like this is like the Sony PlayStation aspect of it right here coming into play here. But you have all this stuff. You have all this jazz to where you can kind of fix stuff. Like even that like auto lock when attacking. There's even like an auto loot in gameplay, which I would just recommend turning on because there's no point in pressing R3 every single time you buy something to like pick it up. Just auto loot. It's just a time. It just saves you so much time. But yeah, so that's kind of settings there. And so we'll get into the new game here and it's going to be fine now. I'm going to do that. Yeah, no big deal. And we're just going to play it on normal mode. And so off we go.
Transmitting final briefing. As of now, Airborne Squad 7 will exterminate the Alpha Nativas occupying District 3.
Hi, Mel.
Objective is the capture or dispatchment of the Elder.
How are you?
Pods entering atmosphere.
1 minute until threshold is reached. The threshold has been surpassed. Activating.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Chilling out today. Getting ready for this big storm, apparently. All right, like, I'm glad that you're here and doing well. It's been a minute. Anything new and exciting?
Code red. Code red.
Hey, Norwegian Yeller, thank you for the resub. Can't think of anything? Gotcha.
All available drop pods will be ejected according to protocol V32.
Sounds like a pretend store. Hey, Store, how are you? Hi, I'm Store. How are you doing? It's going. That's good. Yeah? What'd you think? It is, isn't it?
No!
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Zero 7531. Pod landing complete. Removing physical shield. Opening hatch.
The hatch. Come on. Come on!
Hey, Rick, welcome in. Uh-oh, I guess we're not leaving. Could you imagine if the game just ended here? Like, congratulations, you bought the game. It's over.
Taki? Eve, are you alright? This place is dangerous. Take my hand.
So, interestingly, like, the thing that gets me, though, is instantly the music is what I hear. And I'm just like, the score. This is the one moment of the game where I was like, all right, here's the eye roll moment. But yeah, Rick, how are you doing? Well, I mean, it is from Korea, so you're not too far off their store.
Take the left. I'll take care of this side.
So you got your light and your strong attacks like usual. And then you got your guard there. So I will say right off the bat, I feel like the game does not do a good job
The rendezvous point is at
with multiple targets. So you do have data banks stuff though. So you know you have this follow Tachi to the rendezvous point where the other airborne squad members will be. Yeah, no reason for it, but also who cares? Game looks cool, music is great. That's the thing is like it's just incredibly tame here in that aspect, and I'm just kind of like it's one of those like all right, you know, type deal. But like it's cool, like you can actually like look at stuff here. And so Tachi is the commanding officer of the 7th Airborne Squad. They say as the colony's combat simulations, her speed was unmatched. Her name was Tachi for a good reason. The 7th Airborne Squad gets obliterated by nanobites while entering the Earth's atmosphere. However, mission is still a go. Tachi finds Eve and intends to regroup with the squad. And you also have like other ones here, which we'll read later. But tax is sorted. Birthday dinner later. Is it birthday today? Because you know you have to say if it's your birthday. It is the law. It is the law.
That was close. Come here. Careful of your jump.
Hey, happy birthday to you, Rick. But then, so, okay, flipping over here, it's amazing how violent the game is, too.
Watch out! It's an unlisted Nativo. I'll handle this one.
And also, thank you for the likes, everyone. No problem. Where's the birthday dinner gonna be? All right, where are we at? Come on. So see, you have a parry mechanic just like Sekiro, and see the little diamonds? See, now I broke the poise. So now I can do a really big, powerful attack.
Great. Let's go.
And then so when you hit an enemy or parry an enemy's attack, beta energy is charged, and that's the thing that's below me right there.
Are you alright, Eve? My body frame. Take this. It's first aid. Thank you.
So you have potions, you know, up on the D-pad.
There's more of them.
And you can select different ones here if you need to as well. So you're gonna actually have some later stuff there. I think it's gonna be interesting to see what you play around with. Gotcha. So holding triangle to rush is like kind of a gap closer. So you can use that to enclose that stuff. Oop, I wasn't paying attention. It's honestly kind of nice for once to actually have something that's like at an actually higher resolution than a lot of other games have been lately.
Let's get out of here before more of them show up. You secured. Rendezvous point in sight.
Yo, you got sent a gift on Steam? Nice. I really wish PlayStation would get gifting here soon. It would be so nice. I'm honestly surprised that still isn't a thing on PlayStation. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm playing in balanced mode using VRR and everything like that, and it's just been a great experience to play. Like, in terms of actual performance. Oh, wait till he sees it. Oh, no. Maybe it's not a good... Oh, ran right into that.
That was close. This isn't looking good. Let's go. Is that an Alpha Nativa? Let's join them.
Crush. And honestly, the haptics here actually were pretty decent too.
My God. No. No. The squad's life signs. We're the only two left.
Again, I think it's also weird how, like, visually violent it is. He accepted it.
Eve. Eve, pull yourself together. Taki? Listen to me. We haven't completed our mission. Now it's just up to us to see this mission through. Understand?
Oh God, no, I haven't. Looks like a masterpiece. Oh no. Well, spoilers for your Christmas, I guess. All right.
Eve, are you ready?
All right. So here's our first, like, big boss fight. So, like, see, this is one thing I wanted to point out that feels weird, though. See how slow she moves and, like, the actual regular, like, lockdown stuff? Shit. And that's also where the dodge feels really weird, too, because the dodge is very much a very short step over. All right. I'm getting knocked over around. All right. All right. Here we go. I need to change my audio settings and the wavelength stuff here. Oh. So that yellow flash was definitely one. It was like an attack that I could not block. I needed to dodge it. All right, we got him. And there we go. Now I'm not sure if that would be like a Dark Souls type deal where like you could lose that fight and you would still continue. I'm not sure.
You fought well. Even better than during training. You were all together. But then...
Well, the thing is, the near...
body frame is serious.
I'm gonna shut up here. I'm sorry.
We have to find the supply camp. Wait, Eve. I hear something. Eve! Eve, are you all right?
Hi, birthday boy.
Alpha Nativa.
So, this thing looks terrifying. Oh, that's very sweet of you.
Here, friend. It's me you want.
Again, it's just crazy to me how violent the game gets.
Eve! Get out of here.
And tips on the hand. So I don't know if we'll be getting anything else. I don't think so. I think this is honestly like that's how the intro is. So it is strange. It kind of does that, and it's like title card. It's like, oh, okay, you know. And then you kind of just get thrown in this. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, what's going on? And so when I was playing it the first time, I was kind of like, okay, it's abrupt, and I was like, all right, it's fine. But they used the excuse and you guys are going to see it here in a minute, how they're going to do some of their storytelling in a way.
It's quiet.
Still, make sure to stay cautious. It's where the Alpha Nativa is. Now, get ready. I'll be supporting with the drone.
So again, you're kind of just like thrown in here going like, what, wait, what's going on here? And again, the hooves thing is just fucking weird to me. I don't get it. It's one of the few things of the design where I'm just like, I don't get it.
Must be 8 or 7.
But then we get into the banger.
The final battlefield of civilization. It was also known as a truly colossal city.
Something is falling from the sky. A strange sensation.
And also her Sora gloves.
The Earth's
You know,
fine.
her gloves just remind me of anything from like Kingdom Hearts. I think it's just hysterical to me. But then we got this
Data's changed recently.
very cool ambient loop that plays. This is kind of where the game started to kind of work for me a little bit more presentation wise. So we have fast travel. But there's no fast travel points here. And so we're kind of very much in a linear aspect here.
Falling debris. Be careful.
We just got some money.
Something is coming.
It's a crustacean type. They're confident.
And then the game has a dynamic up and then down mix for it, which is kind of cool. So like, okay, we got a material there. So you have some stuff there. Linear, solid, not evil, open world. So I'm in. However, it's actually funny. There's going to be a hub city that you get later. And that's actually going to have a more semi-open aspect to it that you'll be doing. So here, we don't know the passcode for this, so we can't log in.
I need the security code.
Nope, I'm out. Now I'm out.
Investigate this place. This is the Legion that was killed in the final war.
So there's our passcode. So what I like about this,
Code in the memory stick.
which I thought was really cool,
It's a security code, a type of entry permit.
what I liked here was that here, I can't remember that stuff off there. So you just press triangle to do the hint, and I don't feel bad about using this. I honestly think like the moment we find it, you should just keep it. You know? Like it should just stay up like that. But I think this is cool. I like it. It feels very frictionless. You know, like it's very easy to kind of like get things going there.
Buildings are collapsing.
Because of
Pen and paper's the only way. I forgot I need to keep a journal.
soon.
So, and another thing that's also kind of interesting for an action game, you know, hey, we can freaking swim in this. I have no idea how this is going to be effective in the actual main game or if it's just kind of here just to be done. But yeah, you know, typical video game fashion. Dive down to the bottom of like whatever body of water. You open up a treasure chest and there's all our stuff. So we just got our loot there. There's apparently no oxygen meter at all, so it doesn't really matter. You just kind of just keep going. And off we go. I'm gonna guess they did this. This is what's happening. So there's apparently someone is somehow, they figured out a way to where they could break into this somehow, and you can actually get more further into the city. And I don't think it's actually all working there, so it's actually kind of funny. They haven't pulled the demo yet. But they've been able to break through the demo boundaries and actually kind of explore more out. Yeah, I'll definitely need to change the wavelength stuff. I can hear the extra compression on it now. So traversal is the one thing that I think is a little janky. And I think you guys can kind of see that. Like, movement is fine, but like any sort of like hill is just weird to navigate up. You know, like it's just strange. Yeah, that's the thing that's weird, is like it does some things very well, but then it also does some other things that are just kind of like strange. But this is the other Souls-like comparison. Is you get Vita coins as you walk around and everything like that. And camps are places where you can save your progress and get some rest. You can activate them by obtaining Vit coins found near camps. Great. Sit down at the chairs at the camps to recover HP and refill their rechargeable tumbler. Your stored items will be retrieved if the space is available. Some enemies will be revived when resting at camps. Use the vending machine at the camp to purchase items. You can learn or train skills through the kiosk as well. So let's go ahead and activate this. So I think it's funny how one single coin activates this. But what I also like is that it's an actual like place to chill out for a minute. Like you can actually kind of like just zone out a bit. The music changes. You can change how the music sound is. You know, you have different music that you can play. So I'd assume as you play through the game, you'll unlock more music. But like, you got that little typical jazz elevator music. So then here's the skill tree. And this is something that I think is kind of cool. It just is, it's one of those things where it's also like, yeah, it's functional, it's basic, it doesn't get in the way. I think there could have been some more stuff they could have done with this, but we'll see how the full game is. So we're going to change our skill tree over to the survival tree. So now we're going to hit perfect dodge. So this costs 1 skill point. So completely evades upon enemy attacks. Jazz every music, crank that shit up. Hey, 9 Fox, welcome in. Completely evades enemy attacks upon successful parry. Perfect dodge, Press triangle to perform additional attack. A successful perfect dodge charges burst energy. So here, we're going to learn the skill. And then dodging at the perfect moment will activate perfect dodge and allow you to avoid danger. So what's really cool here is that if you want, you can actually press square to enter train, so you can train in all your skills if you want to. And you have an entire UI here to where you can kind of adjust things, which again is something I think is really, really important for a lot of these types of games that are much more about like precision combat. I think having training rooms is 100% the way to have stuff like that in there. That's just my thing. It helps me feel better when I can actually go and train something like that without having to constantly die to learn. I know some people prefer it that way. It's just more my type of style here. And you can also try out skills you haven't learned yet too, which is really cool. So you can kind of preview on like, hey, I want to save up skill points for that next skill, you know? So if you're not used to combat, try increasing your proficiency with various skills through training. So here, we're going to see this. And so like, see, the only thing I would want them to change here would be actually showing timings. That's one thing I think 16 did a really great job with its training room, was actually showing the timings if you needed to. And that's where, again, the dodge is the one that feels the weirdest thing here. But there we go. So see, we got that. But see, you unlock a skill later that makes it to where it's easier for you to do that. And I'll show you also in the optional boss challenge on some of the gear stuff that you can get that's going to be really cool, and how the actual expression of combat comes into play. Like, it's actually really interesting. Like, if this is one thing there's one thing that this game does better than, say, like 16 or like even some of the other, like, I want to say like kind of action games, is the actual gear system actually seems beneficial. And we'll get into that here later in the stream. But like, that's again, like, you can sit there and look at any of these things and you can enter training for all of them. You know, so for example, like we have our perfect dodge. We could do blink here, reflex booster, makes it easier to do that. But then like blink, for example, you can only train unlock skills. Sorry. So they were not clear on that. Okay. Oh, because this is unlocked? It's because it's close by. That's why. So you have to unlock the base variation of it. But like, this is reflex booster. So like, this is supposed to make it to where the timing's actually easier for it. And again, there's also going to be other gear scores for that. And again, I'm not showing the gameplay off really well. But see, it's easier. You kind of have a little bit more of that window to actually hit that, whatever the game is consuming as its timing. Whereas the parry definitely is the one that feels the best. Like, the parry is the one that feels like it's going to be the one that actually makes the most sense to be doing, where dodging is going to be more for like a interrupting a combo or getting out of an unblockable combo type way. But enough of that. Let's continue on here. But yeah, anything new and exciting for you, Nine Fox? And again, this is the shop here. So like, you know, we can do a highly concentrated potion. We don't have any gold here. I did not use any of the shock grenades or anything like that right here. But you also have the ability to reset your skill trees. Like, say, if something's not working for you, you can always kind of reset that. I don't know how high it's going to go up money-wise, but I assume by the end of the game, you're just going to be swimming in money. They did announce that New Game Plus is coming out, and that's how you'll unlock hard difficulty. So I'll be curious to see exactly how challenging hard difficulty is. But this is what I was saying about how that erupt thing there. This is how they're going to do story. So it seems like camps are going to progress story, do flashbacks, and give more context on stuff. Nice. How's Guild Wars 2 going?
What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Oh no, I think there is New Game Plus at launch. Sorry.
We have to stay alert, Eve.
But they also said they're not sure there's going to be any new content that'll be added through that. They said it's just like the hard difficulty. So there we go. We recovered all that jazz. And so some of those enemies have respawned. Oh, well, they're heroes then. I think so. I could be wrong. I think the interview came out today or yesterday about that. Them's already a plus. Yeah. It's going all right. Trying to get through the first expansion, but I need PvE events to continue. Gotcha. So there's another new enemy right here. And so, like, the monster designs are kind of gross. Like, they're pretty funky. And that's the cool thing, too, is the game's also going to tell you whenever you unlock a new skill again, it's always going to remind you how to use it first.
Oh, it's one of the Legion's old supply boxes.
So there we go. So a potion. They give the force vibes, yeah.
Shouldn't be an issue.
You know, very much so.
Take everything.
You got micro drive. I don't think there's anything else, right? Nope.
Eve, be careful.
Oops.
You see the rapids below. If you fall, it's over.
So like I said, the animation behind traversal is kind of funky. Hey, we got 3 likes though. I appreciate that. But there is some stuff, if you actually go out and explore, there is some stuff you could find.
There's another supply box over here.
Did someone forget to retrieve this?
I'm sure there are more supply boxes.
So we can use crafting materials for nano suits. So I don't think you unlock the ability to like craft anything else different. I don't think. But you do also have an ambush up top thing. And there we go. So this is the poise meter. They call it balance in this. And these maintain their stance with balance. Balance is displayed below the HP and shield gates. So it's actually funny. Everyone kind of has the same exact thing except for balance. Eve doesn't have balance from what I can tell. But like every enemy has shields, and they also have like a health bar, and they also have some sort of like burst energy as well, from what I can see. So you can knock enemies off balance by performing a perfect parry. Enemies that are completely off balance become groggy. Use retribution to deal massive damage. So like, see, and this is where, for me, the game, this is kind of what I think Star Wars should have gone for. And I'm surprised that I never got that same feeling with the Star Wars games. I feel like this is the perfect balance of what they should have done. But maybe I just never did Star Wars combat correct. So like, see, I just broke its shield, so now it takes more damage. All right, there we go. So an Omnibolt is used as materials for expanding gear sockets. So there. So we unlocked our first gear item. Gear is an equipment that can improve Eve's combat capabilities. You can equip gear and gear sockets to boost your desired combat capabilities. You can access gear sockets in the equipment tab by pressing the options button and entering the menu. You can collect Omnibolts to unlock more slots and equip more gear. So if we go in here now, we now have the combo attack enhancement gear. And so now what it means is like the attack power level 2 or higher. So increase the attack power of combo attacks level 2 or higher, depending on its intended use, whatever. So what I think, there's parts in here that I gotta kind of also get, but I think what it's saying is that any level 2 combo, which is saying these guys right here, that's where it raises that up higher. Even though that's all the same, these are the same combos here. It's just the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's what that's actually indicating right there. So, I think it actually goes up higher as well. So like the fact that we have like level 4 of all these means that we actually have like an increase in that already. At least I think so. You can kind of also see like your items here. Like we actually do have a SP initializer if we wanted to get rid of stuff. We don't have any ammo, design, fish. We don't. There's fishing in this, by the way, and all that stuff. There's an entire mission log, equipment here. So there's no exospine. Oops. The one thing I don't like is the menu is very much open the entire time. So like if you press, like I'm thinking like, oh, I go in here, I need to press O. You don't do that. It just goes away. But like there's the planet diving suit, the 7th. Fishing. Oh, now I'm down. Yeah, there's fishing in this. It's actually interesting because I don't think they've showed it off, but if you look at the accessibilities aspect of it, fishing controls replacement. So overpower fish replaces the combo input of square to a one-time input of square, and then reel in replaces the subtle control of R2 to a one-time input of R2. I have no idea how good it's going to be because they don't show it in the demo, but there is fishing in this. Everyone's like, uh-oh. Hey, I saw you. Come here, you. So you can press the touchpad to have the drone scan the surrounding area. Scanning locates places you can hang. So like, for example, like, oh, look, we can actually see if there's something up there. I totally missed that. Hey, we gotten 4 likes. I appreciate that, guys.
By comparison, this city is looking pretty good. After the colony extinction.
Oh, I didn't realize there was one behind me.
But dust.
So now I could be all like, okay, I need to figure out where I'm going here. Okay, cool. And look, we got another crate. There we go. And there is fall damage. So, you know, dropping down from a high spot does do fall damage.
Huh? Wait, there's a fusion cell. Let's open the car's surprise. At least.
Here we go. Sorry, I'm going a little quickly here.
Fusion cell?
It's a high-energy compression battery. Thanks to that, Earth's night isn't dark yet.
Oh, it's the previous generation of the Infinity Cell.
Be sure to keep that. It's very valuable.
Hold up 1 second here. I'm sorry.
Damn. It's a trap.
And now we're getting some different music here. I also like how her sword's like her hairpiece. But yeah, I don't think the game does a really great job with multi combatants. I don't think the game does a really great job with that. It definitely is better with like only 1 or 2. That's why I think the bosses are by far the best part of the game. And that's honestly how I felt about Metal Gear Rising as well. So that deliver a blow that cannot be guarded or parried are glowing yellow. You must dodge the attacks. So see, like I couldn't block that. I needed to get out of the way. And there we go.
We're in the clear. Where do we go now?
This way.
That's where they want us to go.
There are traces of markers left behind.
But hold up. Because there is stuff you can get by going off the beaten path, which is, I think, is kind of a cool thing. We good? Okay. So we got just some skill points there. And so this is where I also think it's kind of cool. Like, obviously. Nice. But now this is another fallen air squad member. So by finding these, you can actually unlock like a health or energy or shield upgrade.
May your memories live on forever.
See, so get 2 of those, our beta energy would go up by another set there. So you have that whole ability. So you do kind of want to explore a little bit to find it. And so I know we want to go that way, but you could always kind of look and be like, is there anything here to look? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like I can actually get anywhere up there. And you also have that too. The, we're gonna hide behind something and get you caught off guard. Hey, we got 5 likes, I appreciate that. Nice. There we go. Another Hydra. I can see ya. Nice. Break those up. Get that money. So this is the one that you cannot unlock. You cannot unlock this this data box. You can't find a data key for it.
Memory sticks fried.
I don't think there's anything else over there to explore. So you're just kind of, at that point, you're just gonna kind of like, all right, we gotta move on a little bit there. Oops. Oh wait, hold up. What's this? I think I saw this the first time. Huh. Hold up. Yep, totally missed this the first time. Oh shit, there's something over there too. How the fuck are you getting over there? Oh, I see that. Oh god. Nope, we're good. Nice, okay. Can I drop that? Oh, that's how I did that. I came over here before and I was like, why would you go this way? I get it now. Whee! Okay. And that would have been like how you crossed over that thing. Yeah, and there's no climbable part there. It's up there. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, right. We want to go this way. So, I don't know. What do you guys think of it so far? Decades have passed since the appearance of Nanabita's... I can't ever say the names correctly. And the evacuation of humankind to the colony. They said the airborne squadrons are saying to rescue the remaining humankind, but there's no sign. We can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
The memory
All right.
stick still has the security code registered. It also has record of a message log.
Scan complete.
All right, let's go grab this. There we go. Got our gold. Anything else over here? Nope. Looks fun. Seems like a normal action game. So either side making a big deal of it is very funny to me. It's interesting. I'll get into that here later, I think.
You have to cross here.
Because I do have
Ladder behind me.
some thoughts. Yeah, I see the ladder. And that's where we're going. I'm curious though. Yeah, I'll take the damage. It's fine. Yeah, I totally did not realize this was a thing at first. Like I said, traversal is probably the most jank thing out of all of it, in my opinion. Luke is up the sky. There's something falling. I wonder what it is. I don't hear these orbital explosions warnings going off. So that was nothing. We got nothing out of that. Would have been just another way to get up here? Or, oh wait, I can just do this. Whee. That's how we do it. But you know what? I'm just gonna swan dive here real quick. I forgot we can't swan dive. So I mean, you know, you gotta get all the gotta get all the chests, gotta get all the loots. But the other thing that's kind of interesting too, like one of the things that they also changed was like, or they seemingly figured out, was the ability to move something without having to go into like an action sequence, kind of like how like Last of Us has to for moving platforms. Just interesting. Or at least like, you know, how part 1 had to. Like they just did it. It was like, all right, okay. So here we go. We got another camp. But now we have enough to actually upgrade our skills here. Hold up 1 second. Nope. So we have 1 skill point here, which in all honesty, I'm going to save to get the perfect parry stuff here real quick. So, because we're close by, and same thing with getting the reflex boost. But here, we'll rest here real quick. All right, and there we go. Might as well just grab materials. You know how it is. So that's where we're gonna go.
Try putting the fusion.
But also we have another enemy over there. And we can also unlock this shortcut so we can actually backtrack if need be. Oof. So that was a blink attack, which I don't have blink unlocked yet. Ow. Okay. Let's heal up. But yeah, in case you don't see it, like, her sword is coming from, like, that hairpiece that's inside, like, on top of her head. Just interesting to me. He moved too far away. Wait, she has a sword? What do you think she was doing? Oh. So this is... Fuck. There we go. She has green. The network has been destroyed. I'm completely disconnected from the colony's data link. We have nowhere to fall back to. Is this the Nanabita's doing? Is the colony safe? What happened to Mother Sphere? I've lost track of time. Since that even won't automatically correct itself. For the sake of my own sanity, I must keep track of the calendar by force editing my memory stick. Can you imagine that being so dependent on technology that you just don't know what time it is? And by context, I mean like not even knowing like actual like dates and everything like that. I mean, I do the same thing too. But I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to me, like how like, yep, can't even keep track of time. It's like, well, judging by the moon and the sun, you know, it's probably 2 o'clock. Like, not even an approximation. Not even gonna do that. Just gonna be like, nope, don't know what time it is. So Eve is protected by a shield. Eve has damage reduction while the shield is active. The damage reduction effect increases, the shield's protection level increases. The protection level decreases after each time the shield takes a certain amount of damage. That's what the SH thing on the bottom of the HP bar is. Some enemies are also protected by shields. Enemies have damage reduction while the shield is active. Destroy the shield to stun the enemy and disrupt their skill use. That second follow-up is the one that gets me every time. Ah. All right, there we go. Oh, we also got 2 skill points here.
Adam, what is this?
Don't you know this already? It's a map.
A map? How do you synchronize the location on the map?
Sorry. That's another moment that people are pointing out, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't get it. Like, yeah, she comes from a place where probably it's all highly technological, holographic, holographic synchronization, all data point stuff. So yeah, an analog map is gonna look weird to her. You know? But then we also have like all the like little poetry stuff inside the game too. Oops. Come on. Yeah, it just was one of those things to where like I was confused on the this is a bad moment type deal. I was like, what? But wait a minute. We go ahead and get our skills. Actually, wait, do I need to actually go to the kiosk to do this? I'm curious here. I don't think you need to. I think you can actually do that anytime if you want. Oh, only can be learned at camps. Never mind. Hey, I just got proven wrong. So now it could be like, okay, what do I want to upgrade here? Well, I have 2 skill points here. So what I'm going to unlock is the perfect parry. Make that easier for my life, because that's actually something that's important for me. Now what I could do here is I could be like, oh hey, you know, those other enemies, they kind of gave me a little bit of a tough time there. You know, we're gonna go back into it. Now we can also shop if we want to, but like, we got 2,000 gold, which I'm not gonna worry about. So damages enemy shield, makes nearby enemies collapse. You know what? I haven't tried these before. I'm gonna try this. So press down to use the currently selected combat consumable. Hold to select the desired combat. Okay. Jealous. You're supposed to be awkward like that at the start of the game, according to the director. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just one of those things to where I'm just like, okay. Like, out of all the things to make a big deal out of, I felt like the map scene was not one to make a big deal out of. Oh, so that makes it... Ooh, okay. It's that third wind-up that gets me with them. There we go. Nice. Okay. There we go. A little bit better that time around. So this guy's also going to be in here as well for a secondary challenge. There we go. Nice. All right, now we can continue on.
Oh, looks like this used to be a library.
Are these boxes displayed on the wall storage devices?
Sort of. They can only store up to 1 megabyte of data.
What a waste of resources.
I love it. 1 megabyte of data. Like, is that what books hold? Alright, he did.
The crack is quite deep. It's going to be difficult to pass. We'll have to go across, past the parking tower.
Cool. There's more stuff over here, though. Oh, I wonder which any of you could be an enemy. Oh, it wasn't you. Is it you? Oh, it's not you. Well, lucky number 3? Oh, yeah. There we go. Authorized only. Oh, cool. Got nothing here. I wonder if this is going to be a thing that you unlock later at that door. I don't think there's any... No. Nope. Okay. Can't unlock that door. We have the parking tower. But there's another one of the cores here.
May your memories live on forever.
Nice. Alrighty. And up we go. And then this is actually unlocking like an actual like other section of the game too, which is really cool.
Camp in a place like this.
Supply camp? What's that?
It's a depot, set up by the airborne squad who came here before.
Looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. How come they set up a camp in a corner like this?
Well, the supply camp also serves as an important base.
Is this parking lot important?
It could also mean that this place is very dangerous.
Then I guess this place could be useful for us.
I love how like the soup is still there. Like, do you actually think that soup is actually any decent still or not? So we're at supply camps. Supply camps feature more devices than regular camps. You can use the repair console here to enhance weapons, increase the rechargeable tumbler count, and upgrade your exospines, and upgrade Eve's combat capabilities. You can also upgrade your drone, craft nanosuits, and fast travel to other camps. So let's go ahead and activate this camp. You try it, store. So there we go. Look at that. We got a nice little dream thing. We got a little umbrella that came out. So we got some skill settings here. We're gonna go back to the survival tree. Now we're gonna unlock blank now. So this is going to be one of those things where when you see an enemy with blue, like that blue attack that I kept face tanking essentially with the grabs, this is to get rid of, like, to actually be able to dodge out of the way there. Like that. I'm just going to say shoo. Welcome in. Puffy bag. I didn't even see it. I actually didn't even see it there. But that's blank. And so you kind of have that thing. Then the other one that you have is also then repulse whenever you see an enemy with purple. And that's going to be the opposite way. And that's actually going to be you want to dodge backwards. Oh, there is. There definitely is a poofy bag with, you know, RGB logos on the side there. That's when you know you're in the future, when everything has just RGB for no reason. You know? So, repair console. What can we unlock? We can unlock a weapon core here. So it's going to attack power enhancement. Am I bleeding? No, I'm good. So now our attack power is increased from 450 to 490. And then we're going to want to rest here, but I'm curious. Is there an actual stats thing here? Not really. So you really can't see... Oh, wait. Square. There it is. Okay. So you'd actually see where your attack power stuff is and everything like that. Got you. So our crit rate's 5%, but our crit damage is 150. So the bonus combo attack power at level 2 or higher is going to be 14%. Gotcha. Okay, so you can actually play around with how that actually looks out. I wonder if they're going to get more in depth with that later. Go ahead and purchase one of these again. So we have highly concentrated potion. Let's just see that a little bit. We could also fast travel if we want to, but we'll go ahead and rest here.
Adam,
Oops.
Yeah.
about yesterday. Thank you for saving me.
Okay, perfect. So I'm not sure if I totally think the choice of them doing just flashback stuff
Nothing really.
is the best, but we'll see how it plays
I
out.
used up almost all of the exospine materials that I collected over the years.
Oh,
It's all right. It now means we can help each other. We can track down the Alpha Nativa together. And, well, I'd have trouble making it out here by myself anyway. If you can locate the Hall of Records, you'll have done more than enough.
listen, don't worry. I promise. I'll make sure to repay you.
Dun dun dun. Okay. But yeah, I mean, so I think it's just cool. You know, you just have the camp idea. I think is really cool. I like the ability of like chilling out. It's one thing I loved in Final Fantasy 15 as well. So I think this is a cool touch, in my opinion. Got some gold. It's interesting though, because I've seen people do like the outfit stuff, and I'm just curious because I don't see how you can craft any of that stuff here. So I don't know what I'm missing there. But like you have all this stuff here from a data bank standpoint. But maybe that's just something that people are just kind of glitching more in, maybe, potentially. We can't open that way. That guy's not gonna let me go. He's not gonna let me in. What a jerk. So, here we go. And again, when I first did this, I was still kind of like, all right, I kind of like it, but it wasn't really kind of hitting with me.
That's not an ordinary enemy.
Here's where it kind of started to click a little better.
Adam, get back!
Oop, I messed that up. Yeah, the health bar is so cool. Oh shit. Oop. Duh. There we go. Smells less though, I bet. So then, this is how it's going to abruptly end here, but it's kind of a cool thing. Here we go.
I can see the space center over there. This is the turret's motion sensor. What do we do now?
The drone is different.
Yes, this is no longer the drone you knew.
Adam, are you listening to me?
Something serious seems to have happened. I have to return to Zion.
Oh my goodness. It's full of plants and little birds.
The combat later in this game, I think it's just going to be interesting to see what we do. But again, the music for this game is nuts. So that's the demo, guys. That's essentially a full run through of the demo. And like I said, it was one of those to where like, okay, like it's definitely one of those games where it's like, I don't think it's going to be the greatest thing ever made, but it was definitely a much more solid game than I thought it was going to be. So the one thing they changed for this demo, that whenever they accidentally leaked out the other demo, the demo beforehand, they didn't have the boss challenge stuff. Now this is where they kind of put you a little bit later in the game with no context, and you kind of have some more of your skills here. You can have a couple things here, a different outfit, obviously, which is where one of the things where I'm like, okay, one of the outfits here, some of the outfits here are just crazy designed. But what's interesting here is that you now have different exospines to kind of play around with here. So, like, for example, like this protection type exospine, like this is going to be all about defense. So, like, look, like damage and Received from enemies decreases by 10%. Shield protection level increases by 1 at maximum. Has a chance to restore HP for 5 seconds while guarding a pairing when HP is 20% or less. Or you can do a chain tight. Increase the attack power of combo attacks level 2 or higher by 27%. Yada, yada, yada. And we still have a second gear slot to unlock this. Yeah, those thigh holes would allow for chafing, though. Ouchies, exactly. Pretty much. I think almost all her outfits would allow chafing, to be honest. But then you have like this entire concept here. It's like reflex type. Shields regenerate faster when using guard. Makes it easier to use perfect dodge, perfect parry. So for me, this is kind of more my playstyle for that. So reflex type. Okay, cool. So then we have different gear. We have 2 gear slots to unlock. And what's crazy here is this is the basic attack speed, right? You know, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But if you go in here, there's actually a speed increase, so 12.5%. And then if we come back here and we look at the other one, there should be another one, I think, down here. This is another 10%. So we're going to increase our attack speed by 22.5%, right? And it's crazy. 22.5. It is significantly faster, and that's only with two gears. I couldn't imagine having 4 of those. Like, what's the actual attack speed going to be? But then you're also playing around with other things like this. So, for example, like if I want to keep that, I could. But let's say, okay, let's not do that. You know, I could do maybe take a look here and see what we got there. Upon enemy's defeat, we don't need that. Upon enemy defeat, recover 90. Combo attack, crit boost, crit enhancement, fixed damage gear, gold gear, melee protection, perfect combat, protection gear, ranged enhancement, damage reduction, risk taking, damage to shields, more of my shields, bonus acquisition there. So we can sort that by grade and everything like that. So let's say beta, our bonus beta energy. Let's go ahead and get that in. And we'll just keep that in. So I have a reflex type for that type of stuff. This game will for sure be part of the games done quick lineup. It could be. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, the outfits don't do anything. The outfits there are straight up for cosmetic stuff. But you can make it to where you can actually kind of make, you know, you want to have a different look or anything like that, you can. But, like, they have pretty much all the skills unlocked here for all your beta stuff here. The one thing that we don't have is the R1 stuff, which I forget what they call it. I think they call that, what is it? I'm trying to think what it is. Controller right there. Sorry, the burst skill. We just don't have the burst skills unlocked for the demo. It's the only thing that we still don't know, which I would assume would be another one of the lineups here. So there's probably going to be a ranged one and then probably a burst one, I'd assume. Even though we have ranged here, actually, so maybe not. Maybe the range won't be doing anything there. So that's the other thing, too. There could be a burst skill tree, and there could be an entire other, like, mastery skill tree that could also be changing things up. I don't know what's going on there. I haven't seen anyone else really kind of talk about that in a way. But as you can see, they have pretty much everything unlocked. So we have Blink, we have Repulse. We can actually make that to where it's easier. We can now do double dodges. We can't do anything like right here, but now we have Reflection. So after a perfect dodge, hold triangle. This is actually where you can actually do like counter like attacks in a way. This is actually can consume energy. So you kind of have this whole flow of playing the game out. And so it was here when the game really started to click for me.
Is it hiding?
Oh, you got me. So the death animation is the one thing that's the weirdest thing. That's it. That's it. Like it's very abrupt. It's very awkward, but you also just load right back in. So it's also kind of nice as well. So I'm curious on exactly how checkpoints are going to work, but like this was it. I actually played this for about an hour and it was great because I was actually able to get comfortable with the game's combat. It doesn't seem like that right now, at least not that I've noticed. Oh. Oh, he got me with that double swipe. Yeah, but not that I've noticed that you can actually do like a lot of environmental stuff. That could be something that gets played into later. Because again, I don't have any context like where this drops us off, but I have a feeling this isn't too much further than where we were. Oh, and you can also skip stuff too. Like after you see a cutscene for the first time, you can skip it. Yeah, so I think some of the enemies are going to be dropping stuff at some point, and you might be able to use that. Damn. Come on. There we go. And that's the other thing that you can do with this too, is you can kind of just do, you can just retry it if you want.
Fantastic finish.
So you kind of have this whole ability to kind of keep trying things out, switching things up a little bit. Like, you know, cool, if I'm going to do a chain thing, I actually just might do a full out speed increase. That's actually more how I play a little bit. You know? I mean, just go right into it and you can play it. So in all honesty, I would feel like if anyone wants to check it out, I would say check out the demo, because I mean, you do have progress that carries over, and it's also a relatively small demo. It's like 16 gigabytes. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else has any other questions about stuff or whatnot. I can try to answer. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to talk about with it. Damn. So I have a thing that I haven't really been playing around with this skill wise. So square, triangle, triangle, triangle's one. Triangle, triangle, triangle is another one. So then it's square, triangle, square, triangle. Square, 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 triangle, triangle. Okay. Damn. Barely got enough health. Let's heal up. Oops. Oh shit, we have fields. Okay, hold up. Oh, we have sonic grenades. Okay. Oh shit. Consumables that actually matter? Wow. Okay. I didn't expect that at all. Oop. Nice. And those hitboxes are precise, too. I think that's the other thing about the game that I feel is also decent, is I actually don't feel like I'm being cheaped out of any of my combat. Like when I'm getting hit. Like, you know, just one of those things.
Fantastic finish.
But yeah, if you actually go and look anywhere else, like, I mean, I'm not that point to where I'm doing that right. Some of the stuff that people are doing, with some of like the no damage runs is kind of disgusting. So wait, this is a protection one? So how about we do this? Protection gear. I'm just curious here. A melee, so we actually have a full out production, like a protection gear. So we're going to change that up here a little bit. And see how that feels. Yeah. I think I'm still gonna wait a little bit, just a teeny bit more, but I definitely want to get it. I think. I just don't know if honestly if I have like the space, not the space for it, just the time for it right now. But there you go. I mean, you kind of saw that, like I said. Anyone who's on the fence right now, if you're still not sure, because it's one of these games to where I think playing it is where you kind of get a better feel for what it is. Like I said, I would recommend trying a demo. It's a very small demo. I actually honestly think that like I said, I think it's honestly, yeah, 16.17 gigabytes. I know you can't see that because I'm over top of it, but that's what it is. GG, thank you. Yeah, time is the issue. I get it. I'm gonna get it. Really need to beat 7 Rebirth before it drops. My thing is, I either have Sea of Thieves coming out. I also have Suicide Squad Season 1 I have yet to do yet. I also have Skull and Bone stuff that's going on there. I also have Helldivers. I also have Diablo 4. And I also have Destiny. And we're also still doing Tomb Raider right now. And then also Final Fantasy 16, the Rising Tide DLC also drops. So it's just like, I don't know. Considering the fact that the director has kind of said that it might be a 30 to 40 hour experience based on like what you do, I'm just like, I think it's awesome. I just don't know what time I have for it yet. And also I'm honestly just kind of waiting to see like where the fallout is, you know, because I'm not going to put you guys in any position to deal with behavior on either side. On stuff, I'm not going to be doing any of that, and you know, it's one of those things. So there's issues I have with it for sure, and I don't want to minimize those as well, because there is an inherent issue with Shift Up and the company a little bit, but it's also just kind of hard for me to kind of like, you know, point fingers or try to talk about anything like that, because it's just like it's just not my realm of expertise, you know. And when entertainment gets weaponized the way it is nowadays, it's kind of hard to kind of want to engage on that type of stuff. So I don't know. It's a weird game that honestly I want to say it's like one of the most, like, if I had to say it, like a 7 out of 10 game. It's the most 7 out of 10 game I played in a long time. You know, I don't think it's anything extravagantly amazing. You know, I think it does some really cool stuff. I also think it drops the ball on some stuff there, and their support could be really good. This game, by this time next year with the PS5 Pro, and if they just support it because they have the ability to do that, this could be some fantastic thing. They don't have any plans for expansions or anything like that, is what they say right now. And that's just where I'm just curious. I'm curious on, honestly, does that combat sustain the game all the way through? Because, you know, Devil May Cry 5 does the exact same thing. You know, you don't think it would, and it does. It does a great job with it. Same thing with Nier Automata. It does the same thing. You think it's going to be like, you know, I've done this, and I played it, and you realize there's more and more kind of going with it. It's more, for me, it's like, does it actually fit the channel? Considering, you know, some of the viewership that I have, you know, with, especially on YouTube, with it being more for younger younger kids and everything like that, does it actually fit the channel? And it's made by Shift Up too. They know how to monetize their games. So that's the thing, is they've had an interview that they said there is no business model with it. They said the only thing that might happen is, say, like, if they get a 2B skin for like a partnership or whatnot, that would be something that you'd pay. But like, they said that there's not a actual like season pass or battle pass or any sort of like additional like stuff being made. They actually want to kind of honestly just bring stuff in for free, is what it seems like, which I think makes sense. Like, if their other game is making that much more money for them, and this is a big partnership by Sony, it's one of those things where I feel like that's how you don't sour that. The other thing too is I actually think Sony now owns this IP now. I think with the announcement of it being called Stellar Blade, I'm pretty sure Sony owns this IP now, as per the publishing agreement on that. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen there. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of issues around it. I kind of understand all sides of what's going on there. The only thing I don't get back behind is the whole, this is how women should be. It's like, no, that's not how this is, Chief. And I think that's where my biggest issue with the story is going to be, is honestly Eve's characterization. Because like Bayonetta right off the gate gets you, right? You instantly know what she's all about. Even 2B to an extent in Nier. Here, I don't know what Eve's kind of going for yet. Even with the awkwardness or anything like that, the presentation style behind this intro is not good in that aspect. However, Shift Up does also like to do slow burn stories with more dramatic like second halves from anything that I've read about like how they write their stories or anything like that. So that could be something that happens there. And looking back at some of the other trailers, I can kind of see where she might go. I just don't know if where she's gonna go is going to be, I don't want to say interesting. Interesting's not the word I'm looking for there. But I just don't know if it kind of justifies or gives context to what she is, I mean, she's Eve 7. I know that much. I've seen that. When they first announced this game way back when, like in 2015, I think, or something, it was Eve 6. So she's the 7th iteration of Eve. I don't know if we're actually gonna get an actual story context behind that or whatnot. She's just, whatever. That's the hard thing, is I don't know where the game is going to sit story-wise. I think its music presentation is on fire. I will not be surprised if the score for this, music for it, is within the nominations this year. I will not be surprised. Do I anticipate it? No. But I will not be surprised. And plus, also, let's be real. This year, for the game awards and everything like that, for music, is going to be a goddamn bloodbath. It's ridiculous. You have 7 Rebirth, Dawn Trail, this, and like 10 other games that have come out now where everyone is just literally just music in like the last year has just been like insane. Like everyone has stepped up their game for whatever reason. Like everyone has. It's been nuts. However, I don't think the game is going to review crazy well. I don't think the game's going to review bomb either, unless something dramatic happens. I honestly feel like a 77 average rating is where this game is going to sit back. I think it's where it's going to sit. It's going to sit right where Rise of Ronin's at right now, I think. I would be shocked if it hits above like 85. Or, sorry, 84. I would be shocked if it hits above 84. If it hits above 84, either something magical happened or something else is going on, So it's an odd one. Here's the thing. I think people who want to play this, that's great. I think it's awesome. I want to play this. Do I have an issue with people playing this? Not at all. Do I have an issue with the championing around this game? Yes, I do have an issue with that. I do have an issue with, we need to make our character designs all like this nowadays. It's like, no, there's a time and place for everything. This is even borderline sometimes, in my opinion. But I also don't think poorly of people who they enjoy their stuff. I mean, Nier Automata was a great game. People bought that game because of 2B. Let's be fucking real. Bayonetta is a great game. People bought Bayonetta because of Bayonetta. Bayonetta is a huge force of, thing in like the other spears there too. She's loud, she's proud, and everything. Like, that's the crucial component that's missing with Eve right now. And that's where it's hard to kind of want to enjoy this without kind of realizing like where the context sits here. And I'm hoping that maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe there'll be a thing that'll change up here or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You guys watched it. I know people were lurking. I know people were coming in and out. It seems like it's been a really chill stream, which, I mean, that's on me. I have not been streaming well, so I get it. And also I'm streaming at a really weird time in comparison. I'm hoping that tomorrow If things go well, I'll do another evening stream. More than likely what I'll do on that is just that, like, I'll do Joker. I'll do Suicide Squad. It's just wild to me that because 2B was 7 years ago, Bayo 3 was 2 years ago, and Tifa was 2 months ago, why is this game being focused so heavily by anyone in terms of that issue? It's not new. Thanks for the stream, though. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I wasn't gonna end it up here, though. I guess we'll know for a few weeks after release. I'm looking forward. Yeah, no, I mean, that's where I'm looking forward to. I think that's the other thing, too, and it's just more about, like, what's gone on with South Korea. And that's also the other thing for me where I disconnect from that, though, in a way, is that's a culture thing. Do I have to agree with that culture aspect? Not at all. But I can't engage in that culture warfare because I don't live there, you know? And I think what's like the one thing I was trying to say here in a minute, I'm not trying to abolish my, like, you know, absolve myself of any responsibility, because there's responsibility. If I stream this game, there is a moral implication on that. I get that. It's the same thing with Hogwarts Legacy. There is a implication on that, whether it be great or small. Luckily, it's a small channel, so my reach is not that far. You know, I'm not sitting there doing that. It's just, for me, what I struggle a little bit with here is that it's one of those things to where I don't feel like a lesson's going to be learned here no matter what, in a way. If this game fails, okay, Sony doesn't do any more investment to Shift Up. Shift Up then blames it all on whatever culture, whatever you want to say. And then the cycle repeats to the next game, which will probably be Wukong. Black Myth Wukong, I think, is probably what's going to happen there. Because those devs are also going to be under fire here soon. And for, honestly, some good reasons there. That's the thing. There's more of a paper trail on those devs than there are here. Except for, like, a choice quote and, like, a couple things that I've seen. And that's been also hard to also get, like, upset about it. Because it's just been like, okay, I've heard about it, but I'm also not, like, seeing, like, actual news stuff about it. Like, IGN hasn't done, like, Rebecca hasn't done an article about Shift Up. You know, she did an article for the devs of Wukong. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing that game wrong. Black Myth, I'm sorry. And that's also hard for me. I don't have the context here of, like, where this is a huge deal in the sense of, like, we're going to make these assumptions, we're going to do these assumptions and see these actions here. When it's also, there's also the whole culture thing. It's hard. But then we also have the hypocrisy in a way. Cammy gets revealed for Street Fighter 6. Let's be real. We had just Rebirth with Tifa and Aerith. Come on. 2B's design is everywhere. 2B's in fucking Rainbow Six Siege. Where's the line? Where's the line actually being drawn at? Because it feels like we're constantly saying this is bad, but this isn't bad, but this is bad, but this isn't bad. And for me, that's hard to kind of apply that. It's hard to apply that this is okay, but this isn't okay, but this is okay type mindset. I think anyone who watched the channel knows that. So, spent a long time saying nothing with this nice somber piano music happening here in the. I just realized that. What the fuck is wrong with me? Now this somber piano piece playing. Jesus Christ. Whatever. We'll just leave it this way. Just sets the mood, I guess. It is what it is. I don't know. People who are smarter than me and engage in that stuff better than I can, you know, those are the people who are gonna make the decision, you know. That's also the thing too, like, you know, if things come out where like, oh yeah, no, it's a pretty shitty dev environment, then yeah, I'm sorry, you're probably not gonna see this on stream. There's no point in doing free advertising for stuff like that. So it's a tough spot. So anyway, I wanted to stream a demo. I kind of want to see how it did, which it did typical like everything else it does here, which is good. You know, it wasn't like I had like a massive, insane amount of difference here or anything like that. So, yeah. Does anyone else have anything else they want to talk about, add in about this, or anything like that? I know everyone's kind of lurking. I know it's a weird time. So, I mean, if you're watching this as a VOD, hope you enjoy it. Hit that like button if you did. You know, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit the follow button on Twitch, and hit the follow button on TikTok, I think. Speaking of, I think TikTok stream went well today. We had 186 views, which is pretty normal. I don't think we really had anyone else watching there. This got 23 views, so it's actually a good stream in terms of actual like that. The short stream did nothing. The vertical stream, I'm sorry, did nothing. So that's an interesting thing. But yeah, Rick, do you have to deal with the weather that's coming in here soon? Has anything changed on that, or are we like doing okay right now? Because like I'm just getting messages left and back that are saying that like, yeah, we got thunderstorms coming here pretty soon, which is kind of why I wanted to do that. KMS show. Well, thanks for the stream. Got to go for now. Hey, thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Check out the demo if you haven't yet already. All right, but you have a good day as well. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate you everyone being here. We got close to almost a 2-hour stream, which is what I was hoping we would get. Like I said, I'm going to try to start getting back into it just hitting me now. Supposedly lasting a few hours, but it doesn't seem like it'll be too bad for me. Gotcha. I have actual like thunderstorm, tornado warnings down here, which is also why I kind of wanted to like get this done and then kind of hunker down a little bit. So that way I was in the middle of a stream and then having to deal with bad weather. So, but hey, I hope you have a good birthday dinner. Travel safe. Okay. Mel Store, I know you guys were here chilling out, lurking. Hope you guys have a good night as well. For anyone else who was lurking, appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll just kind of figure things out. So tomorrow, if I get my shit together, Suicide Squad, Joker, we'll do all that type of jazz, or we'll attempt to. So then after that, on Thursday, we will probably go back to doing some Tomb Raider stuff, I think. We'll see how stuff goes, okay? And then rest of the weekend there might be a bonus stream here or there, so keep an eye out, and we'll just kind of go from there, okay? Yeah, we're supposed to get tornado warnings this week. Stay safe. Yeah, it's a bunch of bad weather, but yeah, you as well. All right, everyone, peace out. Let me know if you enjoyed the stream. Leave a comment on any of the YouTube ones. I don't know if you can do it on TikTok. I know you can't do it on Twitch. So peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow night with some Suicide Squad. We'll go back there, all right? Well, thanks again for watching, everyone. Take care.